No countdown whatsoever.
Whoa, wait.
Like, it ain't even paying attention.
Wait, exactly. Right.
Told a bitch you motherfucking right.
Hello, welcome to the Wright Discussion. I am your host, Keon Wright. With me as always, my boy Kiki.
What's up, man?
Alright, how you feeling today?
We back to the old format. I actually
No, this feels
no mics. It's just old Wright
feels
Discussion.
more comfortable.
That's how I know it's gonna be a great episode.
Of course, we always have that.
And I'm gonna win.
Wow, alright, I don't even thought you wanted with you right now. We're just gonna go ahead and hop into the finalists that was announced. You know, we're gonna do Rookie of the Year first.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do Rookie of the Year first. I would say the coaches for last. Rookie of the Year. You know, Jason Tatum, Ben Simmons,
Donovan.
my guy Donovan.
Alright.
Donovan's winning.
Whoa. Yeah, come on.
No.
We gonna go.
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and
We're
say
not even gonna do all three. We just gonna. I'm giving mine. You gonna give yours.
yeah, Donovan's winning. Simple as that. We're just gonna simply state his case. Donovan, for what he came into, nothing against Ben Simmons, pure rookie, coming to a system, having to also deal with what Utah was going through, being a playoff team the year before, still being a playoff team this year, with also a bunch of moving pieces because you made a bunch of trades during mid-season. For Donovan Mitchell to continue doing what he's doing, especially the way Utah started, yeah,
Sounds great.
Ben Simmons. It's not Ben
Sounds
Simmons.
amazing.
Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, rookie of the
If
year.
I didn't have a better argument, I would, give your argument validation.
Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
Jason Tatum. Now wait. Now
you
wait.
switched it up on me. Okay, hey.
Now wait.
All right, I guess I ain't
I
mad at
said
you.
Ben Simmons all year.
You have.
I will be the first to say that. The people who watch these videos know I have said Ben Simmons all year.
Yes, folks.
But in the beginning of the
There's
year,
always a but.
in the beginning of the year, I said Jason Tatum was going to be quietly. He's going to be a quiet storm.
Quiet,
pretty much.
solid. He's gonna be quietly the
Exactly.
most solid one.
Now, with that being said, his team is where?
Eastern Conference Finals.
He's doing what?
Helping lead them. Averaging.
He is their second scorer.
Yeah, leading. I'm about to say he averaging 20, right?
Exactly. He's their second, behind Al Horford, the second leading scorer on that team.
Yeah.
I got Jason Tatum. And I'm not taking anything away from Donovan. But I am taking something away from Ben Simmons, that he was ineffective in this playoffs to lead his team to the conference finals against the Celtics. And Donovan them put up a better fight against Houston, but you knew Houston was going to win that.
Yeah, especially rookie.
So I understand that it's more likely it's going to Donovan. I get that. But for me,
Jason Tatum has
as far
proven-
as them still being in the playoffs and the things that he's doing in the playoffs, it should go to Jason
I
Tatum.
can't argue with that one either. I give it to you.
But again, that is pretty much an end of the year award anyway, and it does has no leeway in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I would say Jason Tatum. That's my rookie of the year.
Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. All right, next one. MVP.
Do we really have to do this?
Nah, James Harden.
Okay, cool.
James Harden.
Let's move on.
Move on. Coach of the year. I'll let you go first.
I told you who I thought my coach of the year was. Brad Stevens. But he didn't. I don't even. Did he get a vote?
Nah, he's a finalist.
He's a finalist.
but
It's Brad Stevens.
if I'm not mistaken, Dwayne Casey's gonna win. But I would go Brad Stevens too. I'm going Brad Stevens too though.
Exactly.
I love Quinn Snyder, and
Now-
he's a solid number 2. Casey is a solid coach too.
Yeah.
The fact that he got fired, I think that's bull. But
Dwayne
that's another
Casey,
subject.
he was unjustly fired.
Yeah.
His team failed him in the playoffs. He didn't fail them. You know what I'm saying?
His team failed him every year against the same person.
Against
That's not
exactly.
his fault. Like, I get
It has nothing to do with him.
After a while, it comes away from following X's and O's, and players got to get down to business.
Tell me, where was Kyle Lowry throughout this entire thing?
Exactly.
DeMar Rosen quit in Game 4 with that ejection,
Yep.
which they was only down by 12 at the time, and he quit on the
He
team.
got ejected for no reason. I do feel like that was
He
wrong.
did.
But
It should have been a flagrant one, but he still got ejected for no reason.
Yeah.
But
that's
within
that's
him
subjects.
being ejected, he quit on the team.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the moral of that story. He quit on the team. So if Dwayne Casey wins, I feel like there's no purpose, because he's not even like a head coach right now.
Yeah.
He just a guy that got fired, and he won an award for leading
So, like,
his
the
team.
fact that they even let him still be a finalist is cool. I understand it. Like, he had a great season, but now since he got fired, like, it's a joke.
Exactly.
Even if he wins it, like, if he messes around and wins, it's gonna be like, gave coach, like, that's when you go look at the coaches of the year awards, they're gonna be actors by name as in release at time of winning the award.
That's
just
true.
whatever. Which is still, like I said, it's gonna be a compliment to him, but that's just now it's gonna be looking at it as a joke.
Yeah.
You gave a coach
very
who's
much.
not a coach of the year now.
Yeah. And so
Especially since y'all waited till after he got fired and
to
stuff
do
to
that.
give him
and
an award.
even more, like the lowest part about that was the fact that the Raptors congratulated him on winning the award.
Yeah.
Or at least on being a finalist.
Yeah, like that ain't no moral victory with that.
It's not. It's really not.
Really talk to me no more.
Again, I got Brad Stevens. I think Brad Stevens should win
I'm
because
on
of
Brad Stevens too.
what he's done. With
I will say I had
you had who you had?
I had Mike D'Antoni
There you
win, but I will admit throughout the season I always liked them. It was just you, especially seeing what they've done in the playoffs too. You convinced me.
But I told you, bro.
You convinced me.
Mike D'Antoni, James Harden was already there.
Yeah.
They went over the top when they got Chris Paul, but that roster was pretty much established by the time they got together,
Sure.
or by the time both of them got there. So it's kind of like don't get me wrong, bro. Mike D'Antoni had a great argument because of what they did this year, but Brad Stevens just had a better one.
Yeah, definitely. Now, that's why I'm not even tripping that he wasn't even a finalist. I wouldn't be mad he wasn't a finalist. Like, if I would have had to pick my two finalists, it would have been Snyder and Brad Stevens, just because of all the work they did throughout the season with all the moving pieces. So for them to keep a team, especially with like both of them situations, like I said, Utah being a skeptical team last year, sneaking into the playoffs and still getting into the playoffs this year, actually by a solid margin. With a rookie leading them, a new player in Ricky Rubio who just getting there.
And a rookie?
Then with, like I said, the trades they made mid-season, Rudy Gobert is a great player, but he's not like a great all-around. Still got Derek Favors, who's a solid second.
Yeah,
third.
that's true. That's true.
So for him too, like both of them, for what they did throughout the season, I would have either one of them could win, and I would not be upset. So we done did that. Let's finally get into these finals matchups. We go into the Eastern Conference first.
Oh, I knew you was going there.
Because we gotta go east. We gotta go east first. We gotta go with the one that it's already one-sided to an extent.
Okay.
So yeah. Celtics is winning in 7. I'm gonna say that now, everybody. I got both games, both series going to 7 games. But Boston, I got going 7. Maybe no, actually Boston I might even say 6.
Okay.
I might say Boston 6. I'm changing.
So
Boston in 6.
So I like that point.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from. It's still tough for me to count out LeBron James.
I'm not counting out LeBron.
I have wait. I've been saying this all playoffs. It's tough for me to count out LeBron James.
You don't count him out.
He's been doing amazing things this playoff.
He has. He had a 40-point triple-double, man.
That's true. But with that being said, I feel as if when they go to Cleveland, which was going to be Saturday, when they go to Cleveland, I got a feeling they're just going to come together in them 2 games at home. And then I have a feeling that it's going to be like, I feel like it's going to be like that series against Indiana, minus going that many games pretty much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see that happening now.
I see a point with that.
Or on the other hand, he might exploit them. He might exploit the Celtics for them being young, and he might dismantle them like that.
That's what could happen, because I feel like for the Celtics for the Cavaliers to get back into the series, it starts with game 3. They don't need to lose game 3 and then really have to
we know that.
play straight catch.
They're down 2-0.
So yeah, it starts with how they win game 3. As in my opinion, for them to really turn the tide of the game, this series, they have to beat Boston convincing.
Very true.
Like, I'm not saying they gotta go out there and beat them by 20, but
10-15.
if they
10 or 15,
if the whole game goes back and forth and Cleveland pulls away at the end, but let's say you still only win by 10, no, that's not getting the job done, because that's all it's telling me is Boston is still gonna have hope.
That's true.
They need to beat them convincingly, as in the whole game Boston needs to be playing catch up. Every time Boston makes a run,
that's true.
Cleveland needs to make a run and be like, nah, we still pushing this lead.
Because if they don't, all they're going to do is get them more confidence to show that we still can hang with them.
Boston, as a young team, have shown that they're resilient. Like, they've shown with all their series, guess what? We can win a couple of games. Yes, we've young and lost a couple of games, but we can still win this next game. We put all that behind us, and guess what? We're moving on to the next game. Terry Rozier has shown regardless of me being a young point guard, actually all of them, regardless of us
they're a young team.
regardless of all of us being young, we can put that last game behind us and still go out there and take care of business. So, like I said, if Cleveland wants to win this series and get back into it, they have to like prove a point.
You're right,
and it can't be just LeBron,
but
it has to be everyone. Like J.R. Smith has to have at least 3 threes.
But this thing, bro, like okay. It hasn't had to be LeBron, or it really hasn't been LeBron. Like Kevin Love is giving you solid minutes.
Yeah,
it got to be those two, and plus everybody else around.
Yeah, like Tristan, you need to get your rebound.
It has to be because J.R.
three.
There makes no sense. J.R. Smith was like 1 for 7.
Yeah,
in shooting. Like that makes
like
no sense.
Like 5. From
now I understand it was hard for him to get his shot off, but at the same time, you're a shooter. Like you're on that squad to do that, and that's the same thing goes for Kyle Korver.
Yep.
He's an even better shooter than J.R. Smith. There's no way that both of them should be going like 3 for 14. Or
yeah,
some
as
like
good as shooters as y'all are too, and how y'all been here before. Yeah. There's no way y'all should be combining at that. Yeah. To shoot 3 of 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. That's unbelievable. George Hill.
I'm with you.
I get it. You're still one of those moving pieces, but George Hill need to act like he's been here before too.
That's true. And he has. He played against LeBron in the
need to act like he's been there before.
When he was in Indiana, they played against each other, so he knows how to be in this moment.
Everyone else, I'm understandable. Is y'all are moving pieces that you got to find what you can do. Like Jordan Clarkson, but you still got to figure it out.
That's true.
As a player of your caliber, truthfully, all y'all all pro levels. Y'all are supposedly the cream of the crop of grown men basketball.
Exactly.
Y'all have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Tristan Thompson, you're there, but you're not there.
And if not, Celtics is gonna He goes, but to me, I feel like it's going 6 Cavs way. But if it does go 7, I mean, it's gonna be a great series.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like, but LeBron understands the urgency of I can't go back to Boston and win.
Yeah,
it's not like going back to Toronto.
No.
He has always had problems in Boston.
It's a big difference.
If he goes back, he understands that he cannot go back.
The intensity of the game period,
game 7
too amped up. Boston atmosphere is completely different from a Toronto atmosphere. So
or really anybody else he's facing his career. Yeah, going back to Boston, and that's what he lost in the conference finals. 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. If they don't win, at least these next 2 games at home and keep it going, then it's over with.
So. It really is. Because I already said it.
Yeah.
If they don't convincingly win Game 3, like they win, and it's close. Yeah, I can see Boston still in 1 on Game 4.
That's true.
And if Cleveland does win Game 5, cool. But if Boston can mess around and still win in Cleveland, I can see the series going only 5-6. I'm gonna go 6 because I can see Cleveland winning 1 more. But if they don't win it convincingly, Game 3, it's over in 6.
I guess. So let's switch over to that Western Conference side. Talk about your squad.
Yeah, all right, Houston
and Golden State.
I still got Houston in 7.
The series is currently tied 1-1. Chris Paul. When Chris Paul is leading, they win. What are your thoughts?
As simple as when it comes to Houston, look.
Okay, I got here. It is.
You don't gotta change up nothing. To be real, y'all don't.
Because that was the argument that they need to change.
The argument they need to change up. No. Okay. Cool. Y'all can keep doing that and add more. I mean, like. Okay. That's what they did. That's how they won Game 2. It was still a lot of isolation basketball. It was more people setting off screens on everybody else.
But what about this, bro? Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza, PJ Tucker.
That's what I was gonna say.
Wait. They had like 67 points between
them. PJ Tucker had 22 to be exact. Eric Gordon had 27 to be exact. Trevor had about.
Or it might have been 76.
Trevor might have had about.
I know all 3 of them had 20 points.
Yeah, but I was like Trevor might have had about 20 exactly himself. But I know for a fact PJ Tucker had 22. Eric Gordon had 27.
With that, I don't see Houston getting that production in Golden State. I see this series going up 3-1.
And I completely understand that. Because guess what? They got all that won by 20.
Yeah.
Every game we don't need that. Because as in the way Houston plays is like it is. So hit the shots when they're given to you.
Yeah.
That game, since Houston kicked it up, that's the kind of game it was. Okay. Every game and understanding it doesn't have to be like that. I mean, you're always going to get a high scoring game with those two teams.
Okay.
But every game, and especially the way the Rockets play, every game, it could be maybe Trevor Ariza only gets like 10. Mm-hmm. Next game, it could be that game, as Trevor Ariza's only getting 10, PJ Tucker only got 10, Gerald Green go off for 20. If Chris Paul and James Harden already giving you what they give you,
I feel you.
It's cool.
I understand.
For them, in all honesty, outside of that scoring thing, because honestly, I don't even think it matters about if those. Like, I mean, it matters those people do give you those points, but it all
it doesn't need that big of an effort.
For the Rockets to win, I'm always gonna say it has to be defense, and not just defense. For them, it has to be intensity. As in, Warriors are gonna score regardless.
True.
Just like how I don't think people peeped how in game 1, Rockets was like running around. It wasn't really diving.
Nobody was moving around and making plays.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Compared to game 2, you had more people running around, doing more effort. You had more people willing to take that charge, like stepping in, doing this and that. That's what's gonna win. That's how you beat the Warriors, because they're gonna score regardless. They're a great defensive team. So it comes down to, can you also be smart? Like, cause people forgot the Rockets only had like 2 points fast break.
That's true.
The first game compared to 15, almost 20 in the second game. That says a lot. That means they contested better. They got more turnovers. So it's just me that for me, for the Rockets, is as simple as keep the intensity up.
So what about Kevin Durant? And what about Steph Curry? Steph Curry is like 2 for 13 from 3-point.
As far as Kevin Durant, he's going to get Kevin Durant in my eyes has since what? I ain't gonna say it because even before his MVP
15.
season, even before in my opinion, before his MVP season, he's been that guy. He's been the best offensive player.
That's true.
So
but Kevin Durant's gonna Kevin Durant is gonna 37.
Kevin Durant is gonna score.
What about Steph Curry?
Kevin Durant is gonna score. Steph Curry, I have always said, if he starts going, I will admit that is the issue. Because I feel like the Warriors move as long as Steph Curry moves. They proved that.
That's true.
Kevin Durant scored 40 points and they still lost with Klay even almost having like what, 10, 15.
Yeah, that's true.
The Warriors go with Steph go. So
that's true.
I will admit, if Steph picks it up in game 3 or 4, yay. Trust me, the series will be completely different.
Exactly.
I'm not saying done. Like how people are trying to say done, because
it'll be done.
We're not gonna act like Steph outside of Kevin Durant. None of them has been great.
It will be done.
No,
and the reason it will be done is because the fact of
I'm still not saying done.
Steph isn't in playoff mode yet. It's just in my opinion.
Okay,
he's not in playoff mode. But then I got a feeling that once he goes home and he gets in that crowd and that atmosphere, I really feel like he's going to take off these next 2 games.
I feel you.
And he's going to. I don't want to see him put them ones back because
I've always hated stuff like that. How professionals have to go back home.
That's true.
To get right. As a professional,
you're supposed to do this home.
So in my opinion, no, it's not about if Steph can get going. It's about I mean, true. If Steph gets going, he gets going. But that's not about him going back home. If the Rockets mess around,
you can't tell me.
No, because just like how Klay had a great game 1 and game 2 he played awful. Yeah. It's because the Rockets wasn't doing what they was doing. All Klay's points in game 1 came off of maybe a loose ball. They got picked up by the Warriors. They didn't go find a man. Yeah. He's open and he's shooting. That's how you get going. Now if Steph Curry just happens to come out and he's just balling like off rip like that, hey, what happens. But no, it can't be the ball roll to he's getting lucky garbage. That's what I don't care about.
I'm just saying, bro. I got a feeling that they're gonna go back home.
I believe he's gonna go back home. He's gonna find his smooth, his groove, all that.
No way.
And plus, he's gonna be back home hearing the crowd.
No way that Houston Rockets is gonna stop them. Hey, no way.
I can see them. I still see the Rockets winning one at home. I
don't see that. If Steph gets going,
they're leaving. They see the fact that it's simply all on Steph. That's why I'm not completely worried. Because outside of shooting, we've all proven he's a liability.
And watch he go.
So just like how you're saying, if Steph goes off, what if that doesn't happen? Then what?
Then Houston is still the game.
Okay, so
if he doesn't get going, Houston's gonna steal the game.
Exactly, and that's my point, because if he gets going, cool. But for Curry getting going means Curry has to have 30 points to win those games.
That's fine.
If that doesn't happen, period, no, it's over.
And I'm not gonna say that. If he get like 28, 25, yeah,
It depends on the 28-25. As in, if he gets 28-25 and the game's close, as the Rockets, we're not worried. As in, if game 3 go, like, if Curry goes off for 30, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's still a game, like, close, like, the Warriors are only up by 2, like, minute left.
That's not gonna happen.
That, and just, you say that. People didn't think the Cleveland would be down 2-0. That happened.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Like,
Either way.
I see your point. If Curry, I get it, because I agree. It all goes with Steph Curry. If Steph Curry gets going, it could possibly be over.
Okay.
But I'm also not worried because the Rockets can counteract it. They can.
So how long you pick how many games?
I'm still going Rockets in 7.
Rockets in 7.
I'm still going Rockets in 7. I ain't gonna be disrespectful to the Warriors and
Rockets in 7. I got Golden State in 6.
You just being disrespectful because you putting all on Steph Curry's shoulders or whatever.
Wrap it up.
Cool. You need to chill.
He's good. He's good.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Wright Discussion. I'm your host, Kenny, as always. Kiki.
What's up, man?
You lost today. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.